Greetings, one and all. Welcome to the channel. Guys, my name is MP. People call me Mind Power. Guys, the title of this video is The Narcissist Three Voices and Why You Feel So Sad and Miserable During the Holiday. Today is December 26, 2024. Yesterday was Christmas, and so if you haven't seen anything I've done online, I hope you had a great Christmas, happy holidays, and a happy new year to you as well. Thank you for joining me. Guys, the narcissist has three voices internally in their minds. These are interjects. These are not real voices. The narcissist has a fourth voice that doesn't exist, and that's their real voice. They can't have a voice because they abandoned themselves many moons ago, right? When the narcissists abandoned themselves as children, they had to create a roadmap to function in life, because the narcissist lacks empathy. Without empathy, you can't relate to other people. You can't even go outside and take the bus without empathy. You would be too obnoxious. You understand? You would sustain. The narcissist would sustain narcissistic injuries, rights and lefts, as they try to get through the day, right? Because if you try to get on a public bus and you have no manners to the bus driver, he'll check you, right? If you go to McDonald's and you have no manners, they'll pause you, right? But if you go to the wrong person and you do that, we would start hearing the clock tick tock, right? Time's up for you, right? So the narcissist had to come up with a way to function a scheme to function in the greater realm of life, and the narcissist has magical thinking, fantasies, and this is just the way they came up with getting through life. But these three voices are the core modems for operating daily, right? One is the God voice, the second one is the death voice, and the third one is the life voice, right? The God voice is their grandiosity. They're the greatest thing in life. When you meet the narcissist, the day you're born into the narcissistic family, or the day you met the narcissist, your narcissist abuser, you automatically, in order to be with the narcissist, you have to agree to a life sentence of abuse automatically, right? Because in order to be with the narcissist, you have to agree to uphold their grandiosity. So when the narcissist says, I'm the greatest, or they go out and they do something with reckless abandonment that really hurt you and destroy you and push your self-esteem further and further away, you have to accept it if you want to be with the narcissist. Because if you say something, the narcissist discards you, right? And so that's a cycle. So that's the narcissist's God voice that's telling them they're grandiose, and the reason they have to do it is because if they didn't, they would sustain narcissistic injuries, and they would not even exist a second, right, in life, right? And then what happens when the narcissist batters you and abuses you, you also have a God voice in you. The difference is your God voice is real because you're limited with your God voice. You have empathy, right? The narcissist's God voice is just reckless and abusive, because there's nothing to stop the narcissist, such as empathy, to stop someone from abusing you. That's why the male narcissist, this is why my message normally goes out to women, is because I know what you poor women have gone through, right? The male narcissist, the male narcissist is just a, narcissistic psychopath. If it's a psychopath, he's physically abusive. And ladies, my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you. But that's the burden the women have to deal with. The men have our own burden, which is another thing I'll get into later on. But so that triggers in you your own narcissism. When the narcissist pushes you too far, you start fighting back. And when you fight back, that is your God voice, your narcissism, your God voice saying, listen, I'm not taking this anymore. I deserve better. I'm not going to put up with it, right? Right? And that's why you'll see sometimes online, you watching a video, this woman is acting crazy. She took her car, hit the guy's car and her boyfriend's car, and she jumps out and stomps his windshield, right? And in the comments, you'll see one woman write, "What did he do to her to make her do that?" Right? If you don't understand narcissism, you won't understand that question. But what the questioner is saying is, this woman is with a narcissist. He's done something to get her to be that reactive, outside of her being, a sociopath, right? And sometimes it's hard to tell which is which, but if you really pay attention, you can discern sometimes if you understand narcissism. So that's your God voice, right? The problem with your God voice is you have empathy, right? And so every time you act out, you feel guilt. You start questioning yourself. Was I nice enough to the narcissist? Should I have done this better? And you end up blaming yourself. If you have children, you're like, did I do the right thing? Stepping away from the narcissist. My kids don't look happy. I wish I could do more for them, or this, whatever these thoughts are, they're triggered because you have empathy, and because of your decisions through your God voice, you're now questioning yourself. I hope that makes sense. Moving on, the death voice. The narcissist also has another voice. It's called the death voice. The death voice inside the narcissist is derived from their sense of dread in the world. The narcissist realizes that they can't change their predicament. They can't change who they are, and they don't like who they are. They're aware that they have to put on a mask every single day, the moment their eyes open, to function in the world. And it erodes their self-esteem. To uphold a mask just destroys their self-esteem. So narcissists walk around, believe it or not, saying to themselves, I shouldn't be here. I don't deserve to be here. I'm a horrible person. I'm disgusting. And so they have to have the God voice step in automatically to correct that and say, no, I'm great, and push that negative voice away. But that's who the narcissist is. But however, what happens is, after being with the narcissist for a while, that God voice, that death voice, is transposed upon you, right? And so after you find yourself in this situation, the narcissist is gone, or they're ghosting you, or something like that, you take on that God voice from the narcissist, and you start saying to yourself, nobody else will love me. Oh, I'm here in Christmas by myself. Maybe I should have stayed with the narcissist. How stupid I am. I don't deserve love. I'm this, I'm that. I'm so stupid. Look at my children. Look at my life. I'm here. It's hopeless. I don't want to be here. It's over. And you take that on, right? Be aware of this voice. Be aware of it, right? That's my message today, is to be aware of the death voice and the God voice, right? The life voice is a third voice of the narcissist. And in this voice, the narcissist finds himself being creative, interacting with people, just fantastic thinking, right? And as the life voice triggers in you your own death voice as well, right? Because the narcissist moves on. If you're in a relationship with a narcissist and you see the narcissist flourishing, being successful, living a great life, and their life is good, they're getting jobs, they're making connections, their life is going good, that is a time to run. Because what they have done is they've suckered, secured your life voice. They've taken your life voice. They've consumed your life voice. And so what you're left with is your death voice, right? Yeah, I hope that makes sense. If you see the narcissist being successful and so on, it's because they've triggered your God voice. And those reactions when you're arguing with the narcissist, being narcissistic yourself, it triggers their grandiosity. That's how they get their fuel, right? But their life voice also triggers your death voice, which is the narcissist is now doing much better than me. Here I am the day after Christmas. I'm sitting on my couch. The narcissist is away. They're doing much better than me. I must have made a bad decision, etc., etc. It's all my fault. I don't deserve to be here, so on and so forth. That's why you have those thinking. So be aware of those three voices during this time. And that's my message. Thank you. I'll see you on the next video. Like and share.